Hey everybody, this is Professor Erika Sanborne, and because we are a blended class, we're about half online and half on campus. I'm making this welcome video to get you started on the right track right from the beginning. The highlights of what I'll run through in this video are that specific days of when we are online versus on campus are somewhat different than what you see in the registration system. We're going to be slightly more online, which makes things more flexible. But which days we are online versus on campus have shifted. This change is really important to clarify, so please stay tuned for that. Also in this video, I want to talk about meeting the mayor and visiting the Lowell City Council, as well as some general advice on how to make the winter semester go well for us all. In the end, you will need to send me an email, so hang on until the end so you can do that. Let me say up front that I've taught this class in January session for 7 years in a row now, and every year I say the same thing. It sounds like a lot, but it always works. Former students tell me that it has always gone well. I'm assuming some of you are taking this course because someone else said you might like it, and my hope is that you'll agree after our few intense weeks together. Alright, here is the calendar that the registration system leads you to believe is correct. You'll note that it has the first half of each week scheduled to be on campus, and the latter half of each week online. The breakdown is to have 5 classes online and 8 classes required to be in person. Our real schedule will have 6 classes online and only 7 classes in person. And actually, the last one of those is going to be something that you can complete online if you want for full credit. So the shift is to have slightly more online, but it's these different dates that I need you to pay close attention to. Let's look in detail. As I said, we are going to be a little bit more online and a little bit less on campus. I assume that if you were expecting to have to be on campus for 3 specific hours in the evening, that me telling you that a lecture is online instead, and so you can complete it at any point within the 24 hours of that day, that this is not a problem for you. There are only 3 days where the correction is in the other direction. 3 days that the system says are online, but they are in person. It's these 3 dates right here, January 7th, 8th, and 9th, alright? So again, the calendar is what you are looking at on the screen. This is when and where we will meet. The changes are that we are slightly more online, so more flexible, and the dates of when we're online versus on campus are what you see here. No worries if you honestly have some sort of official commitment on one of those 3 dates, January 7th, 8th, or 9th. Just tell me about it. I will need some kind of documentation, and then what I will do is create an online lecture that is comparable to the on-campus lecture you will be missing. This is a special offer I'm making to accommodate you in case the dates of when we're on campus versus online specifically matter to you, and I will need proof of the conflict. If that change, January 7th, 8th, and 9th, is legitimately a problem for you, we'll work it out. All the rest of the days are either where the system says they are, or the changes from having to be on campus to having the lecture online. By the way, the online lecture is not easier than just coming to class. I mean, we'll be meeting from 6 p.m. till 9:15 p.m. So any online lecture has to involve at least 3 solid hours of work online, not counting time to do textbook reading that's assigned. If you're able to come to class, it's probably easier to just do that. However, I am open to the online version if you need it for those 3 days. In place of classroom discussion, you will have a written assignment to complete online, so the time is the same. The 3 most important dates of the semester are on campus, and the registration system also says they are on campus, so this did not change, and you really don't want to miss these 3 days, January 11th, 12th, and 13th. I'll say more about what we're doing on those days in a bit. In case this winter semester thing is a first for anyone, keep in mind that a regular spring or fall semester lasts 13 weeks. Our winter session lasts 13 days. Think about that for a second. What amount of work would you do for any one class during the regular semester? You'd attend class for about 3 hours over the course of the week, and then outside of class you'd spend, what, like a couple hours doing some reading or writing something, right? Well, that weekly work has to happen every single day in the winter semester because it's the same 3 credits. So just budget for this, and remember that one day is not just one day during such an intensive semester. Yeah, now that I've probably done a good job at scaring you, let me reiterate what I said at the beginning, that this really does always work. Students generally end up glad that they took the course. Don't let the syllabus scare you. This is doable. By the way, the average grade for the class is generally a B+, if you're wondering, and earning an A is not uncommon. The assignment guidelines are crystal clear. You do what you're supposed to do, and you'll get the grade you want to get. What else can I tell you that's not scary? One of the more fun things we get to do is attend a Lowell City Council meeting. Our plan will be to meet with the mayor of Lowell before the meeting, and then to observe the meeting itself. That is on Tuesday, January 12th. And it's always an interesting experience. Sometimes the city council meeting's quick and simple. Other times the meeting is complicated and high energy, with debates and emotional speeches given by residents if there's a public hearing, for example. You never know what you're going to see there. You can wear whatever clothing you feel is appropriate to the council meeting, because you are just there to observe. Although we will probably take some class photos with the mayor and some city councilors, if that influences your decision any. Take a look at the Community Psychology Facebook page too, for some class photos from the past few years. I didn't take it every year, but for the past few I did. As for scheduling that night with the City Council meeting, our regular class is scheduled to meet from 6 p.m. until 9:15 p.m., and the times for the City Council meeting are within that time frame. We'll meet around 6 p.m. at Lowell City Hall that night. The meeting could go until 9:15 p.m., although if it gets out early, you're certainly free to leave early. You will not have to stay late. And we'll talk about exactly what you should be looking to observe at the council meeting on the night before when we're together in the classroom. And then on January 13th, the day after the council meeting, we will have a classroom guest speaker there to answer questions you will no doubt have from the council meeting and to fill in some local history and specifics about what you observed. What are graded posts? Daily graded posts are small but thoughtful written assignments due by midnight on days with an online lecture. There are 6 online lecture days, so there are 6 daily graded posts. They're 250 words, and there's a specific graded post assignment in each online lecture. I'll explain a bit more about that inside the course in a little container that's going to be labeled Start Here on the course homepage. You can't miss it. There is one major paper due in the course, and it's called the investigation paper. It's worth 25% of your final course grade. This makes it the biggest piece of the pie. I've put together some great resources to help you do well on this paper. In fact, I will link to a video I made specifically about this one paper. You can find the link in the description of this video that you're watching right now. It's a good assignment, though, in which you'll write about your own favorite community, or if you prefer, write about someone else's favorite community. Watch the video and then read the assignment guidelines, also found in that Start Here module in Blackboard. All grades in the course add up to a maximum of 100 points. For example, the investigation paper is worth 25% of your final course grade, so it's graded out of 25 points. The daily graded posts are worth 18% of your final course grade, so those total up to 18 points. It works like that, just to keep things simple. In the end, you add up everything and you get your final course grade. I use a cutoff of 93 for an A, so you'll want to earn at least 93 points if you want to earn an A. About the textbook, yes, you absolutely will need the textbook right from day one. I'm not just saying that. If you didn't need it, I wouldn't require it. I do apologize for the high cost of textbooks. You can probably find a place to rent it online pretty cheap for the winter session. Prices on some of the popular textbook rental sites change day to day based on anticipated demand. I've seen this textbook rent for $22 plenty of times, and then it goes up to $100 the week before classes. I can't promise what it's going to be when you look, but check it out, and usually earlier is when it's cheaper. Get it early, especially when you find the lowest price. The syllabus is long because I have to include all those official course policies. You're responsible for knowing the content of the course syllabus and those policies, and you should read through it so that you can ask me any questions if you have them. I would just like to point to the last page of the syllabus with you for a minute. This is the one page to print out if you're so inclined. Read the whole thing, but you'll refer to this last page often. You can see here each date, where class happens, what the reading assignment is, lecture topic, and what big course assignments are due that day, or otherwise, what in particular you should bring to class. As for being in touch with me, I'm available to you in a variety of ways, in person and online, and I respond pretty fast to messages however you want to send them. I should probably sleep more than I do, but that's beside the point. You can reach me in any of these ways on online lecture days. You can send a Blackboard message, you can send a Facebook message to the Community Psychology Facebook page, not to my personal account, but to the Community Psychology Facebook page. You can send me a regular email to my school address. On days when we have an online lecture, you can also come to the nightly chat hour in Blackboard, which is 8 to 9 p.m. And during the same hour, 8 to 9 p.m., you can hit me up on Facebook message. I'll be online with Blackboard chat and Facebook chat through the Community Psychology Facebook page. 8 p.m. every day we're online. And you can message or email me at any time and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But during that 1 hour of nightly real-time chat, that's if you want to talk through anything and get, immediate back and forth conversation, because I will be online and we can do that. And chat's not required. If you don't have any questions or comments, you don't have to come to chat. It's a resource, not an assignment. Alright, if you are registered for the course, I need you to email me with the following content. It's also in the video description below for you to copy and paste. If you do not email me with this, I have to acquire contact information from the university and connect in another way, because I need to receive the confirmation from everyone that this email covers, okay? So please copy and paste from the video description. Let me know if you have any questions at all, send the email, and I look forward to going through this course with you this winter semester. Thanks for watching.